I don't know whether I have said this before. It's well past midnight. I'm feeling rather groggy. And if I've said it before, I would like to say it again. I would like to invite your attention to two rather long autobiographical poems written by Nazim Ezekiel, Background Casually and Case Study. Both Background Casually and Case Study deal with speakers who seem to be completely out of place, out of sync with, out of place in their environments. It would be a profitable exercise to bring those poems, Background Casually and Case Study, into conjunction with the poem under discussion here, Minority Poem. The guests depart dissatisfied. They will never give up their mantras, old or new. So the guests depart dissatisfied. There has been no meaningful communication between the speaker and the guests. The guests are unhappy with everything that the speaker said, and the speaker has not been able to win over the hearts of his guests. The guests depart dissatisfied. There is still a communication gap, an infinitely long communication gap between the Hindus of India and the other communities. Their mantras, old or new. A mantra is a word or a group of words which are repeated. Usually it's used as an aid to concentration during meditation. But there is a school of thought which holds that mantras are very powerful and that he who controls the mantra can control the universe. Old or new, this shows the continuity of the Indian civilization. The typical Indian needs some mantras. If he cannot find his old mantras, he will happily accept new mantras. But he cannot live without mantras. And you uneasy often of their racial memories. The speaker, being a Jew in India, finds himself an orphan, cut off from the racial memories of the Hindus. Racial memories are those memories which are transferred from one generation to the next within the race. They may consist of patterns, paradigms, bits of experiences, repeated motives. But these racial memories are not available to the speaker. He sees himself as an uneasy orphan because he cannot inherit the racial memories of the Hindus. He has no access to the cultural capital of the Hindus. He is not able to utilize the social wealth of the Hindus. He is not able to use the intellectual treasures of the Hindus. He is an orphan. He is not happy with the fact that he is an orphan. He is an uneasy orphan. An orphan who is quite uncomfortable with the fact that he is an orphan. Uneasy orphan of the racial memories of the majority of the population of India. You merely polish up your alien techniques of observation. Observation could be the process of observing, of monitoring, of closely examining something. Observation could also be a statement based on something one has seen or heard or understood. I think both the meanings are applicable here. Alien techniques of observation. Why alien? Alien means foreign, not local, non native. Polish up your alien techniques of observation. Why alien? I think that the term alien can be seen in more than one way. For one thing, Nazim Ezekiel writes as a Jew, and he observes India as a Jew and studies India as a Jew and records his observations of India, of Indians, of Indian culture, of India, of the Indian civilization as a Jew, and so it is certainly alien. For another, the whole idea of observing, examining, carefully, meticulously, recording one's observations, they're all quite alien. The processes are quite alien. Precision, exactness, verisimilitude, they're all rather Western virtues. There was not much of observation in ancient India, especially the physical phenomena. And whatever observation was there in ancient India, it was not very precise, it was not very exact. So it's certainly alien to Indian culture. I think one more interpretation is possible. Nazim Ezekiel uses the English language. He was always striving to write better and even better poetry. This passage could refer to that. His efforts to create a poetry about India. And that poetry is a poetry of a foreigner, in a sense, of an alien. And that poetry uses the English language, not an Indian language. So it is certainly alien. Thus, we have at least three interpretations of the term alien in the present context.